Greetings. This is SKyler Saunders seeing what's current. TikTok, you're out of here for now. Let's talk about President-elect being sworn in tomorrow, saying that he's going to rescue TikTok, hopefully. That's what they're saying. Is this him playing that 4D chess? I mean, he doesn't have any more political ambitions, I think, beyond the presidency. Maybe, curry favor to get bills passed or something like that, and young people to vote to support those agendas. I don't know. But he was against TikTok for a long time. Then he said, you know what, maybe it's such a good thing. But it's just goofy. It's corny. It's so stupid. A national risk to, security? Are you kidding me? I mean, it starts off with cat videos and cute babies and beautiful women and stuff like that and old grannies dancing. But then it gets to like solving math problems and farming and showing off their wares, showing off their ideas and putting it out in 30 seconds or less. That's bonkers. Like, they had to go to different platforms. They had to go to YouTube. They had to come back here. They had to come back. They started on YouTube, but there was like, okay, you have to have a certain length of a video, but YouTube has YouTube Shorts. So salute, son of the sun. I see you on a Sunday. Sunday, son of the sun says facts. So you're my day one right now. You're only my one viewer. I love the horizontal stream. Oh, it's so not fast moving. Like, but anyway, TikTok saved a lot of small business. Facts, truth. That's just true. Small business. They're not just people that are doing hair and makeup. And that's cool too. And I'm not taking anything away from them. And they probably get tens of millions of views. I'm not hating, so don't get me wrong. But there are also, small business plumbers and technicians and engineers and scientists and different people within different realms and different fields that depend on TikTok to show their work, to show how they get business, to generate business. Will the economy take a hit from this? I don't. When you say the economy, do you mean like the stock market? Is that like shorthand for the stock market? You're saying the economy is much larger than the stock market. The economy, I think, may take a slight hit from it, not too heavy, but it may take a slight hit. I think it's going to get reinstated. I really do. I think Trump's saying like, haha, I'm that nigga. I'm that nigga, like small business. Yeah. Small businesses economy. Yeah. I can see that happening. But Trump is going to be like, yeah, let me pop my collar. Let me pop my collar on that. Yeah. I said, look, I'm president. It's TikTok, baby. Everybody loves me. That's how it's going to be. Everybody hates Trump. Everybody, like, besides MAGA and his supporters and his base and most of America, because he won the popular vote. But supposedly everybody hates Trump. But then give him goodies. Give him TikTok. Oh my God, he's a savior. Oh my, he took us out of the wilderness. Congress will have to vote on it, correct? I think so. I think Congress votes on it. I think the Senate and the House, they're saying it. Excuse me. They have their say, and then they deliberate and they have their own votes on it. But come on, people. Like, it's the irony, right? The irony. It's disgusting. September 11th, 2001. We're still living in the same age. We're still the same human beings. We're still the people that were alive at that time. The people that are on TikTok probably weren't alive at that, during that time. Or they were little babies or young little kids. But I was 14 years old. I remember that day vividly. Okay? Where was the outrage for national security before September 2001? Because before that was USS Cole. And before that was the bombing of the embassies in Kenya and Tanzania. And before that was the first World Trade Center bombing in 1993. And before that was Lockerbie. Before that was the hostage crisis in Iran. Where's the outrage there? I don't. I'm missing something. I'm missing something totally. I'm totally missing something. They're going after a platform where little kids to grown folk have a say in what they want to do with their lives and how they want to display. If they want to dance, if they want to have edited shorts, there's young filmmakers that are making great strides in the entertainment business and in the industrial business and the agricultural business. I got you now, son to son. I got you. I was waiting for something. One of the members of the show Shark Tank offered billions to buy it. I think that was Mark Cuban. I think it was Mark Cuban who did that. Yeah, I think he fell through. Uh-oh, YouTube subscriber. What's more hip hop than Bussy? Yeah, I say TikTok is hip hop. You can't ban hip hop. You can't ban TikTok. I mean, you can ban TikTok more so you can ban hip hop. Hip hop is a genre. You can't really ban a genre. Genre is going to already be in fashion automatically, no matter what happens to it. But TikTok has a hip hop kind of a story. I mean, if you go by the 50-year story, especially, but the 60, 70, 80-year story where bebop started, it's just improvisation. It's about creating and manifesting something totally different and expanding the boundaries of music and sound. I don't understand. I'm so lost. Hip hop and TikTok, they're not just almost rhymes. They're not complete rhymes, but they kind of rhyme. But I just thought in my mind, I was like, TikTok is like hip hop. Like they tried to ban it. They tried to say, put warning labels on albums. I think it was Prince's. He before he turned to some rap, some hip hop. Because you want to say rap / hip hop. He dabbled in rap before, but he was the reason why they came up with the parental advisory label. As much as I understand, it was I think it was it Tipper Gore? Tipper Gore was listening with her daughter, and it said darling Nikki masturbating in the magazine, like crazy. Oh, who deleted? Son to son, you deleted the Bussy comment. You deleted YouTube subscribers comment. Hey, you got the wrench. I didn't do it, YouTube subscriber. But seriously, it's so much. It's like kind of like bigger than hip hop. TikTok is bigger than hip hop in certain facets, in certain ways. I mean, it encompasses it in certain. This is a serious topic. No time for trolling. Okay, so I can't. I'm not gonna laugh. I'm trying not to laugh as much. So TikTok, ByteDance is the owner of TikTok, and it's housed in China. They're really collecting data. And what data are they collecting? And if you go by Mr. Edward Snowden, wasn't the American government collecting data on Americans? That's one thing he did do. Eric Snowden, he pointed out verbatim that the NSA is collecting our calls. I don't know about conversations, but they collected Americans' calls and different posts and different things like that. No problems with that though. You don't cancel the NSA, or you don't reorganize it. TikTok saved a lot of lives. You know what? I have to agree with you. I never used TikTok, but I always appreciated it. I just never could understand it. I hardly understand YouTube. I don't even know what the hell I'm doing on here. I should have 10 million subscribers already, but my dumb ass doesn't know how to finesse this show. I'm just being honest. I'm just being truthful. I don't know how to finesse it to get 10 million subscribers, which I should have by now because I have really good ideas. Oh, just completely modest and meek and humble. TikTok say they blocked my other message. Who's they? Who blocked? YouTube blocked it, son to son? YouTube did? Or you're the only one in here other than a YouTube subscriber? Who's they? The powers that be? Fight the power. This hand and this hand. I don't have admin privileges. Of course you don't, you subscriber. You either have to bring people to this channel like Son to Son has done, or you have to have a certain amount of money, or both. It was about gun control and metal detectors. Oh, okay. Hey, I don't know about that. I don't know about that, but I'm glad you put that part in there. I bring Bussy to the chat. Oh, you're about to get slapped again with Son to Son. We're keeping it serious. Keeping it serious, YouTube subscriber. Thanks for the trolling, but I mean, TikTok is kind of no more right now. It's in limbo. It's kind of like in a coma. It's still live. Could be revived, or it could be dead in the United States. I hope it's not. I just can't get my head around it. It makes zero sense. The parts they go after, like TikTok. Oh, that's a national security offense. That goes against our national security. You know what else did? 4 hijackers on jet planes going into office buildings and into a field. That definitely is a national security issue. I would say maybe just a little bit. Just kind of. That's alarming. That's what you have to shut down. You have to shut down the people that want to do that. And we couldn't do that. We fought 2 wars. One war was for it, kinda, not really. Afghanistan, right afterwards, it was like, okay, that kind of makes sense. Okay, they were in Afghanistan at that time period. But look, 20 years later, beyond that, Taliban retakes the Afghanistan regions, and dozens of people, maybe scores of people, were trying to hang on to the aircraft while it was lifting off the ground, just as painting a picture of what that meant. Just painting a picture of what that meant. That meant that people were trying to just do the most desperate thing, hide in the wheel, the wells of the wheels, try to hang on to the wings, like just ridiculous. And we lost that war. And we went to Iraq, which had nothing to do with 9/11 or 1. And what do we do there? We lost that war. And more than that, combined, Afghanistan and Iraq, I think it's about 6,000 service members perished. And thousands more were injured. My brothers and sisters in the military. I'm a United States Marine. Son, you're telling the truth. That's exactly, I think, the sentiment of most people. I love America. He says, I love America, but we need to do better. Absolutely. No question. No question. We need to do better. Better than taking TikTok. Because it's really hip-hop. That's what this generation is. This generation is hip-hop. It's not rock and roll. It's not jazz. It's not disco. It's not R&B. R&B is turning into hip-hop, really. It's the blues. Everything is the blues. Everything that I meant, country, gospel, all that. The blues. All of it. That is the sacred language of music. That's the philosophical framework of all the musical genres, is the blues. I learned that from the late, great August Wilson. He said, in his play, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, he says, he puts in her mouth, the Ma Rainey character, she says, blues isn't about singing to feel better. It's about understanding life. I hope I said that correctly. That's the full quote. Bites and flights. There is more to like in technology than social media apps. Okay. Music brainwashes the youth. I have to disagree with you. I hate that term, brainwash. Brainwash sounds good. It's like you had a dirty mind and now you were brainwashed. That's good. That's a good thing. There's more to like in technology than social media apps. Okay. I don't totally disagree with you, but I have to use different apps. So many, all the apps that I use are beneficial to my life. So There's that. But I appreciate you for being here, Bites and Flights. Make sure you hit that donate button. There is not a donate button, but you can go to the Cash App at the top of the top chat. That is my Cash App information. I'd be so happy if you were to just hit that. Appreciate it. Or is influence a better terminology? Yes. Influence. Yeah, very influence. Hell, I remember when I was 13 years old, 12 years old, I was like, damn, I can't wait till, I can sign up for all these, different platforms. Turned 13, I'm like, still not. And when I turned 18, I finally signed up for YouTube. There's a site called Rever.com that paid you for content. That was the first video content platform that paid you for your work. It was like, it would show a video, and then like at the end, it would be a little commercial or a little advertisement, and you get like it started off with like 10 cents, and then goes up to like 50 cents. I made like $50, and I was ecstatic because I was like, this is amazing. It was actually the first money I've ever made by myself before I even had my 9-to-5 job at Burlington Coat Factory. Now just Burlington. Yeah, influence is a better terminology. That's about right, son to son. So just keep it in perspective. TikTok is hip hop. What is more hip hop than TikTok? Has the same energy, has the same kind of idealism, doesn't really know its own worth, like most of hip hop, in the beginning, especially, and even to today, doesn't know its own value, monetarily or economically or even intellectually. It's just starting to grow like that. There's been professors who have hip hop lectures and different rap stars. Like Lupe Fiasco is going to start his professorship. Let me make sure. I can't remember what it was. He starts. Johns Hopkins University, very well-known Maryland-based institution of higher learning that it's part of the Peabody Institute. He's going to be a distinguished visiting professor. He will teach rap in the Peabody Institute's new Bachelor of Music and Hip Hop program, which is set to launch in fall 2025. Let me know when we can go left. You want to go left? Go left. That's cool. I don't have a problem. I'm just looking at a person, TikTok on it in a coma, kind of like hip hop. Hip hop is currently in a coma right now. It had moments where you like waking up, like, oh, is it waking up? No, it's still in a coma, and that's Kendrick Lamar. He kind of woke it up a little bit, and then it's set back down, and that was the gist of that. But that's what I want to know. I want to figure out how in the world our United States government is so ironic and disturbingly ironic. It's disgusting. It's not humorous ironic. It's disturbing. I'm just thinking about September 11, 2001. Most kids on TikTok don't even know what that means. They say, oh, well, these planes went to these buildings, and they don't know the full understanding. They don't understand how the debris covered places in New Jersey and places in different boroughs of New York City. How they could smell it in the air. They could smell it in different states, allegedly. Yeah, Kendrick will always disappear and pat back up. Yeah. He's got the he doesn't have Drizzy's money, but he's got good money. He's probably worth like what, $40-50 million, something like that. I'm just guesstimating. He has that crown that costs what, like $20 million or something. So I'm sure he has more than that. So and that dust from 9/11 killed people with a slow D. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I don't understand that. That's what baffles me. Those N95 masks were used during COVID-19. That's what they were using on the pile. They called it the pile on September 11th. They called it a pile. It was just a pile of wreckage. That's all it was. And they just used these little cups, little tiny, those N95, wonderful for bacteria and viruses, in the air, great, but not really for smoldering, chemicals, being released into the atmosphere. I don't understand why. Well, I kind of do understand why. Maybe it was a logistics thing. Maybe it was a money thing, which could have been solved, I guess. I don't know. But why didn't they have gas masks? Why didn't they have those they had the plastic visor and then those wide, chambers, I guess is the best way to describe them. Put them over their face. I don't know. Was it just a logistics thing or anything? I don't know. Yeah, that Crown of Thorns was fire, made by Tiffany's. Yeah. Let me see. Let me make 100% how much that was. Kendrick Lamar Crown cost. Excuse me. I said crazy. I thought it was $20 million. $3 million. That's still amazing. A $3 million crown. $3 million. So he's got a good $20 million at least. People was mad that Kendrick said he was mocking the Son of God. Yeah, that was his whole point. He knew he was going to get a lot of people riled up. He knew that. He said, should have been 100,000, 100 racks. Should have been 100 racks. But $3 million, yeah. So he's got a good $15 to $20 million, maybe 30. I'm not, I'm pocket count watching, but people always want to know, that's why they have like 16 or 17 different sites, Gorilla. They have actual, real publishing platforms like Forbes, and they forget what they do to account what they did with the Raw. Anyway, a jury would have made it for $100,000. Maybe. We'll see what happens with his other jewelry ideas. But TikTok is hip hop. TikTok, there's nothing more hip hop than TikTok. And like I said, it's much more. It's bigger than hip hop. Hip hop. It's bigger than hip hop. It's bigger than TikTok. TikTok, like I saw the commercials. They have commercials. They have like the women, the men, some women, women farmers out in Wisconsin somewhere. They use TikTok, to show off their wear, show off their different tools and instruments they use for farming. There's people who do hair and nail, like I said. They do skincare. That's just all you have to do is have. I don't know if they have. Didn't they have followers? I think they have followers. If you have like 25 million followers, and you have all these subscriptions and everything, you're making money off the ads. I think. I'm not sure. I don't know about TikTok, but you're at least getting a base that would have cost you tens of millions of dollars. It's probably like for free. You just get on the camera. Oh well, you just put this on the skin and put this in a basket. No, I'm playing now. But seriously, hair. People doing their hair. This is how you do the cornrows all the way around. 10 million subscribers. Instead of going to some ad agency paying $1 million or $2 million or $250,000 or something like that, go right on TikTok and do your thing. It's so beautiful. I don't understand. I really am. I'm confused. Somebody sitting down like I'm a 5-year-old, break it down Barney style. Here's the Son of the Sun. Everyone waged war on TikTok. Even the record labels were pulling their music from that. I didn't even realize that. See, there's so much information. I just skimmed it, and I was just thinking like, this is hip hop. This is it's not just in the sound of the the light, the soft eyes and the P and the K, hip hop, TikTok, not exact rhyming scheme. That's something to remember. But I didn't know record labels pull from TikTok. They probably will once it's if it isn't reinstated, which I think it will be. It's up to Trump. It's on Trump's shoulders now. He said he didn't like it. Now he's all for TikTok. So he's it's not like he has to get voted into office again. So what is this 4D chess move that he's planning? What is he trying to do right now? I would love to know. I would love to know. Because this is a very serious, not serious topic. This is people's livelihoods. That's serious. This is people's whole entire check. Somebody's whole entire lifestyle is not even a thing anymore. Instagram is different. Facebook is different. Twitter, X is different. They're different. You can get paid off of all these different sites, but it's not the same thing as TikTok. TikTok was what, 30 seconds? I think, if I'm not confused, it was about 30 seconds long for you to say something or to do something, and you would be able to convey a message or convey, some dance or some, new maneuver or, some part of a viral challenge or something like that. And it was nothing to it. It was no problems that I understood. I mean, was there I think there was. There might have been like a TikTok killer, somebody that was on TikTok that actually shot up something or somebody. I don't know about that, but that's a totally different situation. That's not the company's fault. That's not their. What the problem is, to my understanding, is that the government of the United States of America sees TikTok as a threat to national security. And that seems so ridiculous to me that it's very laughable. But I'm keeping a straight face, because it is just out of control. It doesn't make any sense at all. It is disgusting and ironic, and sadly ironic, tragically ironic. You couldn't stop 19 hijackers. Did I say 4 hijackers before? I meant to say 19 hijackers on 4 jump jets from going into office buildings in a field. No, couldn't do that. But TikTok? Oh yeah, we got to get rid of TikTok. That's a national security concern. Oh yeah. What? This is the same government, right? Same United States government. Just the new people mostly. That was almost 20. What's that going on? Yeah. 24 years ago. Almost. 23 years and some months. I'm telling you. It just is disturbing. Shut down, YouTube. I mean, it's just because it's a Chinese company. I remember definitely YouTube. YouTube showed on live multiple different shootings. Multiple shootings that occurred throughout this process of American life. Multiple shootings occur, were videoed on YouTube. People being unalived happens on YouTube. Some things don't get by, some things get by. Some people say, oh, okay, YouTube is all right because it's American. Really? Why just because it's American? I thought we go for the best service for whatever, even though there's no price, you go for the best service possible. That's the American ideal. That's the American dream. That's the American thought. Not buy American. Oh, it's American? Oh, great, wonderful. Oh. It's from China? Ooh. I don't know. I don't get that. No, it's not American. What? You get the best product for the best price or the best deal or the best situation. That's just a fact. That's just a part of reality. So I think with TikTok being like hip hop, I just think it's similar in a lot of ways. Yeah, I seen the rapper XXXTentacion get smoked on Instagram. Exactly. On Instagram. Instagram's still running free and easy. Because guess what? It's owned by an American. Mark Zuckerberg owns Facebook, Meta, Instagram, Oculus, all of that. WhatsApp. You know? It's like, for real. All that's cool. But TikTok, oh my God. Chinese. Ooh. They're like the new Russians. Or the still Russians. I mean, it's not as hot, or excuse me, it's not as cold. It's not as freezing cold as the Cold War was when America and Russia were, going back and forth. Son of the Sun says, plus a teenager get slashed on Instagram. Wow, I didn't know that, but I can believe it, because you can do it. If I want to do right now, if I wanted to slit my throat right now, just for, and then if I had just enough time to submit and end the stream, it'd be on there, and they would have to say, "Is that maybe that's just part of his clothing? He's got the red. I don't know. Maybe it's like crazy." Yeah, IG did upgrade on the rules. To be fair, Son of the Sun said IG did upgrade their rule, their terms of service or terms of use, things of that nature. We gotta do better. That was a good line, though. That was a good line, Son of the Sun. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. It's the only thing we can do. We gotta do better. That's not the only thing we can do. We can do worse. That's true. But we should do better. We should be able to do more significant things and greater things and things that have lasting power and have an impact and show us that we can be more than just people that aren't productive. People that are on TikTok are literally producers. Like, I'm a producer. I'm a creator. I'm a content creator. They're content creators. They're making things. They're making videos. Ha ha, he. They're doing jokes. They're doing all kinds of, like I said before, cat videos. That's classic. But like I said, there's more than that. There's agriculture. There's economics. There's finance. People teaching finance in just 30-second videos, like breaking down the whole structure. People doing Rube Goldberg machines. People doing all kinds of funny, weird stuff. People doing very serious things. I'm sure there's been TikTok funerals. I'm sure there's been TikTok memorials and burials. And so it was anything and everything. And for what? National security. No. Mother government said you can't have that. No. K. This is what my sister says to my niece and nephew. K. Like, they treat us like children. And we have no power. We have zero power. It's cute to say, oh, the ballot and the voting, but it's really not that consequential. It really doesn't matter if the other person wins. And I love the way the late great George Carlin framed it about voting. He said a lot of people use that term, use the phrasing, I'm paraphrasing him, but he says, I can complain because I did not vote. And he says some people say, that the reverse. Some people say that the opposite. Well, think about it. Think about this. You had to get up and you voted for somebody and they won, and then they were a disaster. You're the fault for that. You're the reason why they were a disaster, because you voted in the office. Meanwhile, I did not vote for this person, and they had nothing. I had nothing to do with it. So it's the opposite. That's how I see it. That's how I see voting. If you don't vote, that's fine. I don't have a problem. And a lot of people want to complain, especially people with this, skin color. Well, our ancestors were denied their rights to vote. And it's like, that's cool and that's understandable. But when you have the right to vote, you also have the right to not vote. Son of the Sun says, our vote don't matter because we don't matter. Most Americans are disposable to Mrs. America. It seems that way in circumstances. I think it's really sad. It's like I saw another quote online. Somebody said like having a politician for a hero is like saying, you know, a stripper really likes you. That's a really great quote, I think. You know, and that's what lap dance is about. Lap dance is all about politicians. That's all he says it in the song. While the government, this sound like strippers to me. They say, "Ooh, ooh, baby, you want me? Ooh, ooh, baby, you want me?" And you can get this lap dance here for free. Like that whole song is about politicians. It's all about the American system, especially. You know, they don't care about. They really don't care. Joe Biden doesn't care. Obama didn't care. Clinton, nobody, none of the presidents cared. None, you know, hardly any of the other politicians really care. They really don't. They want to have votes. They want to have their legacy. They want to have all these things because they're unselfish and selfless and altruistic and sacrificial, not selfish, not rationally self-interested, not that. It's a problem. I think it's a serious issue. I think within our culture, within our body politic, within the entire framework of our living space, of our total ideals. America does not have the same stamina, I think, as it did during, you know, even the revolution, when George Washington, the greatest president arguably of all time of the United States of America. I mean, and maybe Jefferson's a close second. He's number 2 on the bill. But yeah, so or Lincoln. Lincoln could be, he's one of the last intellectual presidents, according to Dr. Jerome Brook. He says he's probably the last intellectual president. That's going back far. That's going back decades. It's going back over 100 years, almost 100 years, over 100 years, definitely. Oh, here we go. Son of the Sun says, "Stop it. GW has slave teeth in his mouth." That could be true. Still doesn't take away from his intellect. He was one of the best and smartest leaders and strongest leaders. He had a spine. And that's like any of them. I mean, you know, some of the best minds, the creators of this ironic, you know, statement. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal. They're endowed with a certain. I always get it messed up. God damn it. That they're endowed with certain inalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. I can never get through that. God damn it. I just have to practice it. But you know, that's ironic, right? You know, those people over here that were, you know, unrolling the scrolls, they couldn't do anything. They had no agency. All they had to do was say, "Yeah, so we got the paper for you to write on. We got the pens, we got the ink, we got it for you, sir. We got it. We got all that." And that's all they could do. You know, but they're witnessing history for themselves one day, and we still haven't even gotten there yet. We've not yet reached the promise of America. I think that's why Lincoln said a more perfect union. More perfect. How can you be perfect or more perfect? You're just perfect, right? How can you a more perfect union? Because the union is perfect, but it needs to be more perfect. It needs to be greater. It needs to live up to its own ideals. How did I get to hear from TikTok? See, and there's a history teacher. There's an AP history teacher that's without a lesson plan. He has to switch it all over to YouTube or I don't even know there's other sites. I can't remember what the other sites are. Let's see. It goes to. Okay, okay. Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, and newer platforms is Clapper and Red Note. I never even heard of Clapper and Red Note because I'm 36 and I'm not into the new stuff right now. Yeah, I have to be clued in. But it's just disgraceful. It is completely disgraceful. It is really sad. It's a shame. Why should we have to, discover this? Why does this have to be a thing? What is wrong with us as a people? I think they said that too. They're like, people should, get up and start fighting, but don't fight in the streets. Fight on paper. Fight on, digital. Fight with the pen. Fight with the keyboard. Fight with the press. I just talked about Charlie Hebdo and what an impact it would have been if they showed the drawings of Muhammad instead of "I am Charlie." Je suis Charlie. I think that's it. Charlie says je suis or something. I am Charlie. They show the cartoons. The news media would have blurred them out. That would have been something. But on the ground, that would have been profound. I didn't mean to rhyme, but I did right there. But it would have been important. It would have been significant to show that Charlie Hebdo would have been they showed the cartoons. They showed that Muhammad cartoon. That would have been wonderful. That would have been great. And my man Bosch Faustin, he had an excellent idea of his that is completely brilliant. He has a drawing of himself drawing the Muhammad, and he says, "I can't draw you," and it says, "That's why I draw you." You can't draw him. That's it. He's holding a sword. You can't draw me, and he says, "That's why I draw you." And he won the award for that. What there were fire? It was I got you, son. I just want to complete the story. He got there was a exchange of there's fire shooting. People, the cops killed 2 would-be attackers. See, it would have been all over the world. It would have been news. It would have been like Salman Rushdie, even though he didn't die. If somebody was injured or killed, there would have been an issue. But it was neutralized. They did their job. It wasn't like what was it? Uvalde. The cops did their jobs here, so that's something else. All right. Son of the Sun asks, has Star ever watched one of your shows live? I have no idea. He's never. I can't tell. Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. He's never been in the live chat. That's what I can say. He's never been in the live chat saying anything. Never. And I appreciate him. I can't fault him for it. But we're at 0 viewers right now, so it's up to rebroadcast land. I had 13 views on the live. Now I'm up to 22 views. So that's a good sign that people are watching afterwards, after the show airs. So I think that's a good thing. I think it's very special that we have different people from all over the world, because TikTok is global, like hip hop is global. It's the number 1 genre in the world. And TikTok is on the bed, in the bed with a comatose, just like hip hop is comatose. It's alive. Hip hop isn't dead, but it's comatose. Son of the Sun, I'm here. You said I'm here. I know you're here, son to son. But it says 0. It says 0. I don't know why. It's the algorithm, I guess. It's the algorithm. I need at least 6 people to say there's 2 people, I guess. I don't know. It's goofy. Hip hop is dead. Rap is alive. Maybe. That sounds about right. Yeah, rap is definitely alive. Yeah, definitely have white women dancing to it and stuff like that. So you got grown old black people not listening to it, and they got the kids. The kids, it's crazy. 19-year-old people, break dancing and stuff like that. It's pretty amazing how far hip hop has come. So hip hop, what is more hip hop than TikTok? Hip hop, TikTok had its humble roots. Started off in China with ByteDance. They said, "Hey, let's bring this across the world. Let's go over to the United States." The United States just took it and ran with it, and nobody expected it. They did challenges. Anybody remember the lemon challenge, the lemon juice challenge? All you had to do was take some of the lemon juice put it on a spoon, and put it into my ass's mouth and watch the reaction. If you don't get a laugh out of that, that should brighten your day. People went crazy. Just wild. It's crazy. There we go. Now it's one. One viewer, 2 likes. I'm not mad. I knew the horizontal was going to do this. The ice bucket challenge, exactly. Ice bucket challenge is going to be on YouTube only. Again, I think it was only on YouTube. I don't think TikTok really had too much. They might have had a few. I'm not 100% sure. You can correct me and say, "Oh, Sky, you don't know what the hell you're talking about." But yeah, the ice bucket. Bill Gates even did the ice bucket challenge. He had like a series of. He had like a Rube Goldberg machine with the the challenge for ALS, atriotropic lateral sclerosis. I think that's atriotropic lateral sclerosis. I think that's how you pronounce it. The challenge where they was making their lips big like Kylie. Yeah, the duck lips. The duck lips with Kylie. It was fun. It was fun. And I didn't even look at it that much. I was like, it's too short for me. My attention span is really short, but this is ridiculous. I mean, if you want content, if you want a serious, groundbreaking news and everything like that, you need more than 30 seconds. But people made it work. Like I said, there's a science teacher that wants to do his physics lessons, and TikTok facilitated that. Now his class has to go to YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels. And how much money would he have been making on TikTok as opposed to YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels? That's cutting definitely into his budget. That's cutting into his lifestyle. That's cutting into everything he had. But it's creepy because Trump is very pro-American. Is it made in America? Is it made in America? That's actually anti-American. If it's made, if you just think about if it's made in America, that's anti-American. Because like I said, you want the best product for the best price, and the best price for TikTok is $0. You have to pay $0 to go on TikTok. Now I think if you upgrade, I think there's an upgrade you had to pay for it, but for virtually nothing, you don't have to do much, and you can have 30 million subscribers, 80 million subscribers, 100 million subscribers. Make good bank every time you go on. That's extraordinary. I mean, that's just nobody expected little TikTok to be such a serious issue. Just like hip hop. Nobody expected hip hop to be out to anything. Awesome kids spinning on their heads in the park and rapping and talking into the mic and blaring some music and wearing all kinds of crazy clothes and all this. And, it just flipped. The whole idea flipped. It just flipped on its head. That's what's so sad about all this, is that we have TikTok as the pariah, as the persona non grata, as if it was a person. It's the untouchable. It's the unmentionable. There were women, there were boys and girls, and men and women in tears because TikTok was their life. That was their whole paycheck. That was their whole. I mean, financially, but spiritually, and mentally and intellectually, that was their way of understanding the world. There were probably kids with autism who couldn't relate to anybody until they made a TikTok video. Does anybody think about stuff like that? I don't think people really understand that. It is sad. A lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people don't get that. They don't really grasp the fact that there are so many children that are learning via TikTok. Little kids, from 0 to 5, before they go to school. I'm sure Miss Rachel probably had, I'm not sure. I know she's on YouTube, but there was probably like 50,000 Miss Rachels. I'm saying not in her garb or her approach, but just in her the way that they try to grab the attention of youngsters, try to get them engaged in learning how to play and trade with one another and learn their alphabet, learn their numbers, learn shapes and colors and all that. That has to be built into their minds. All that had to be done away with. And I don't think the Ayn Rand Institute had a TikTok. I don't think so. They have a YouTube. I think they have an Instagram page. I think they're on X. I don't think that the Ayn Rand Institute had TikTok. I doubt it. You blew if you told your story on TikTok. Yes, you did blow. Pause. But seriously, yeah, if you told your story on TikTok, I say yes, hip hop. If you told your story on TikTok, then it would definitely generate great amounts of views, and you could possibly generate funds from that. But it wasn't always about the money. It's always about the money. Money is not money isn't everything. It's the only thing. That's true. It's not everything though. It's the only thing. Because without money, you wouldn't have anything. Money is the go-between. It is the exact measure of the intellect, of the mind, for you to generate things, to create things, to build things. That is it. And so many people have done that with TikTok. So many different STEAM people, science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. STEAM. Oh my God. There are probably thousands, if not millions, of STEAM videos of people showing how to use different products, showing how to use a different way of drawing, show you how to different ways of using pipes and the under the sink and certain things like that, and drawing and making graphs and different sketches and everything like that. I'm sure there must have been thousands, if not hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of videos that showed that. With America, it was about control or money. I think it was about both. I think it's about money and control. They want to retain the money. They want to, because they can tax. I don't think they could. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I don't know how that functions. I could be wrong, so I don't want to state the wrong thing. But I wonder if there was like a tax issue with TikTok. They had a TikTok shop. Who had a TikTok shop? Son to son. Who had a TikTok shop? Are you talking about TikTok? TikTok had a shop? I can believe that. I can see that. I can definitely see that. Yeah, TikTok was the truth. Or is the truth. I mean, that's the sad part. It's like, it reminds me of Prohibition. The other countries are laughing at us, and we're laughing at them. We're thumbing their nose at them. Germany, Italy, France, and all, different places in between. Portugal, just places known for alcohol. And they're looking at the Americans like, they can have their beverages, they can have their alcohol. Yes, on the app. Okay, on it. I got you. So that fun. But yeah, the Prohibition. And look how that was a bang up job. Excellent. Most cops killed during any period of American history. Great job. Wonderful. Made the gangsters and the mafia grow even further. Whoa, great. Prohibition was just bang up job. Just excellent. One of the worst experiments in all of human history, especially American history. There were speakeasies, there were gangsters, there were all kinds of, it was disgusting. It was just sad. Because people are going to get what they want to get. And there's going to be a way somebody's going to find out how to get TikTok on, for Americans. It probably is. While I'm speaking, there's a genius. There's a computer whiz who's 19 years old. She knows exactly how to get TikTok. She's using TikTok on the low, but still getting her money. It has to be one. It has to be one. There's over 8 billion people in the world. There has to be a 19-year-old in America somewhere, in Oregon or in Tupelo, Mississippi, or something like that. She knows, the ins and outs of how to do it. I'm just saying that would make sense to me. Somebody's already figured out how to get TikTok back online in the United States. And that's good. I think that would be great. Not because it's an American company. It's a Chinese company. And our government wishes to protect us by getting rid of a video sharing platform that just hasn't been established in the United States. They're like, oh, if you become a United States company, then you can be. They're like, no, we're Chinese. Y'all got stuff from us. Look, in your house, there's at least 130 objects you can find that says made in China. You look for it, oh, made in China. Oh, made in China. Made in China. Oh, made in China. That's all I remember when I was a kid. Every toy I got, made in China. Made in China. There might have been a made in Vietnam. There might have been a made in Honduras. But most of it was made in China. So let me get my sponsors in. Check out .focus_ on Twitch. Twitch.tv/.focus/about. And there's an underscore after .focus. He's got the sniper rifle. He's got all kinds of different items that he uses in warfare on Call of Duty. And he's just an excellent, good around, all around, guy. So check him out on Twitch. Also, subscribe to Baha Jackson 5478 on YouTube.com. He's got near beer, sardines on the grill, fried chicken, and he's talking about female strippers. So if you like any and all of those things, check out BEEJACKSON 5478 on YouTube. Check out my main man PHANG'S products from LIFESTRONG Apparel. That's LIFESTRONGAPPAREL. If you go there, you will find treats for your dog. You'll find house sitting for the dog, and a rideshare service for your dog. But there's also goodies for humans too. He has purple sea moss, a pound of sea moss, and sea moss gel. And when you make your purchases, make sure you go to the checkout line with the promo code SKyler20, SKYLER20, and you get 20% off your purchases. That's a good deal if I have to say so myself. So make sure you patronize my main man PHANG'S site, LifeStrongApparel.com, and tell them that the silly guy SKyler Saunders sent you. Okay. Because yeah, they work for, but son to son, working for peanuts is way better than working for nothing or less than nothing. Or not less than nothing, but a little bit more than nothing. I would rather be working in a sweatshop than be working for 13 cents an hour than to be in the fields working for 2 cents an hour. That's what I would say. And you can't compare the economies. The economies of America and the economy of China are totally different things. Americans make so much money that we can argue and talk about our clothing and our what kind of things we have, our houses, our cars. A car, they don't even know what a car. $30,000 car, $30,000 car. You're paying, leasing, and you're paying a mortgage for your house. But nobody's thinking about a $300,000 house in China. $300,000 house is a mansion in places like China. In some areas that's like paupers house. There's multi-million-dollar homes, of course, anywhere. There's multi-million-dollar homes in Nigeria. Will it ever become made in Mexico? We have made in Mexico. There are some things that are made in Mexico, and we just don't have as many things that are made in Mexico. But there already are products that are made in Mexico. Just not a lot. For what reason, I don't know. I'm not a financier. I'm not an economist. I look to an economist and a financier named Dr. Jerome Brook. Check him out. Got 2 likes. One viewer, son to son, held me down the whole day. So I appreciate son to son. Salute to you. I have some things to do Sunday. That's why I'm wearing my attire. I'm not wearing, whenever it's Sunday, I usually wear something different than my normal attire. And I will see you all sometime tomorrow. I'm not sure, maybe around 6 o'clock might be my destination time. I do not have any portfolio. I don't have a portfolio. I invest, but not in the same way. I invest in these videos. I invest in my various writings. I invest in that, but I don't have very much other investments as in a portfolio. Son of the sun. All right, so thank you very much. I appreciate you, and take care.